So they sit down in my chair and I draw them, and it was all right, except for right at the beginning they go, "Don't draw us fat," and then they said, "Don't draw the wrinkles," and I'm like, well then, how am I supposed to make it look like you? It's time to rant. Rantpage. Hey everybody, this is Jarcy. For those of you that don't know me, because I'm pretty much not knowable, I am a professional caricature artist. For those of you that don't know what that is, we are basically glorified jesters with a party trick that everyone seems to enjoy for the most part. What we do is we go to fairs, festivals, and parties, invited, obviously, not like we just show up. Though that would be kind of funny to just show up to somebody's party and start drawing and see how long you can get away with collecting tips from the guests before someone calls the cops. But no, I we what we do is we draw cartoon depictions of people, and we try our best to make it look like them. But the problem with that sometimes is that the way I see somebody isn't the way they see themselves in the mirror, or anyone else for that matter. And we run into some problems sometimes, like today, which is what our topic is today, is caricatures, obviously. Um, I had a customer and they waited for me for quite a while at this fair I was drawing at. I drew the I drew a kid and his mom, I believe, and it all went well. And they paid for the drawing, got a mat, which is like a frame that it's like an upcharge. And then they left, and then these two ladies came in to get a caricature. They waited for a while, and I figured they knew what the deal was. So they sit down in my chair and I draw them, and it was all right, except for right at the beginning they go, "Don't draw us fat," and then they said, "Don't draw the wrinkles," and I'm like, well then, how am I supposed to make it look like you? I mean, just kidding. I drew them. I gave them a safe sketch. That's what I call it. I don't do crazy over exaggerated drawings usually, unless it's requested or if I see it on the person and I'm in the mood for it. Usually I just draw safe drawings, cutesy caricatures. I try to make it look as much like a Disney cartoon or some shit like that. And they seemed to like it at the end. They laughed when I showed them the drawing, and they even bought a mat. Then they left the stand. I was busy because it's a Saturday. It's our busiest days, and I was drawing more people, and they came back like 15 minutes later. Completely different vibe. They came back like I can tell that they were like they had the nose up in the air type attitude. Like they were ready to drop some shit on my lap. And they were like, the one lady who was the oldest with the most wrinkles and fat was like, "I don't like how you did my eyebrows." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm looking at the drawing. It's a pretty clean, cut and dry sketch. And it looked like them, except that I made them a little bit pretty. That's the only thing, like, the only thing I could think to do if I had to redraw this drawing is make them look like what they really look like, old. And I knew that's not what they wanted. They had a bunch of makeup on. That's a dead giveaway right there. They had their hair did, and they're at a fair. Like, when I go to a fair, I don't fucking wear nice clothes, or I look like a bum because it's a fucking fair. I don't know. The only time I look presentable is when I'm there as a carny working because I'm working and I gotta wear a fucking uniform. But I'm still like inside, like I'm a scrub as fuck. I gotta smile all the time. But it's most of the time I'm forcing myself to smile at these people because I don't want to fucking be there. It's work for me. I do like drawing, but I don't like dealing with people's vanity. Vanity has cost me a lot of fucking money. So I'm like, well, what's wrong with it? And she's like, well, it doesn't look like my friend's eyebrows. Hers are good. And I'm like, well, you don't have the same eyebrows as your friends. Like, well, everyone says that we have the same eyebrows. I'm like, well, they're wrong. You don't. I'm not everybody, you know. I'm just a guy. I'm meeting you for the first time. I have to try to in 5 to 10 minutes try to fucking nail your likeness as best as I can in a drawing, and you're giving me shit about a fucking line, basically. But so, like I told them, eyebrows didn't look the same. You guys don't look the same. You look different. One looks younger. The other one looks older. And I did them both a favor, honestly. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but I felt like I did them a favor. If I really drew how I feel like they really look like, especially with this attitude, they definitely weren't going to be too happy. They probably would have got security and had me, like, beat down whatever security does. I don't know. Electrocute you or something. But, so they were like, we have been waiting for you for a long time, and we like the drawings you did of the people before us. We just want it like that. And I'm like, well, you don't look like the people before you. You look like you, and this is the best I can do. I don't know what you want me to do at this point. And they're like, well, you got to fix the eyebrows. I'm like, it's permanent marker. I can't fix. The only thing I can do is draw some more lines over it, and I'm not going to do that because it'll ruin the drawing, and the drawing's good the way it is. And they were just like, well, this is what always comes down to, like, what they wanted to say in the first place, but they couldn't say it, is we don't think it looks like us. You didn't get our likeness. And I'm sorry. There's a lot of things on my sign, but what I do at the fair, I am a caricature artist, and I do caricatures. I promise you one thing and one thing only, that I'm going to do a caricature of you. There is nothing on the sign that says I'm guaranteed to catch your likeness, because again, what I see might not be what you see. And then they were like, what else did they say? They're like, I am an unsatisfied customer. I'm like, you know what? That game does not play right. They only pull this card with the caricature artist. It's like, I'm not out there trying to hustle you. I'm doing what I do. This is what I do. I gave you a product. I gave you a caricature. That's my job. You can't play a game, lose the game, and be like, I'm unsatisfied with this result. Give me my money back. It'll never fly. But for the caricature artists, all they got to do is run to somebody, bitch about it. Even though I showed them, like on the sign, it says all sales are final. Didn't matter. They made a fit in the middle of my stand, would not leave until I gave them their fucking money back. And I only did that for them to leave. And then even when I did that, this happens to me all the time, even when I gave them their fucking money back, they still did not leave. They still wanted to give me shit like, well, we just wanted a better drawing. I'm like, well, you know, maybe if you want it to look more like you, correct? They're like, yes. All right, well, how about this? Don't put restrictions on the caricature artist. Don't be like, don't add no wrinkles and don't add no fat. I don't know what else you want me to do, because if you want it to really look like you, I gotta add the wrinkles and I gotta add the fat. Enough said. Anyways, that's all I got to say about that, as the famous Forrest Gump once said.